With me now is New Jersey State Director for the Ted Cruz campaign, Steve Lonigan. All right, good evening, Steve.
Judge, thanks for having me.
Oh, it's good to have you. All right, Steve, what is the state of the Cruz campaign? What are they doing in Indiana? Are they going to win it? What's going on there?
Yeah, we are, Judge, but I'd like to respond to your opening statement. You know, unpredictability is a presidential candidate who thinks it's okay to give nuclear weapons to Saudi Arabia, Japan, Korea, and then turns around, by the way, on Greta Van Susten's show just the other night and says, well, we have to give aid to our enemies in Pakistan because they have nuclear weapons. That's unpredictability. If you want a candidate...
Whoa. We already give aid to Pakistan.
Right.
None of this is new stuff.
So why not stop that aid?
Well, is Ted Cruz going to do that?
I would like to say yes. I say Ted Cruz will cut state aid to our enemies. But let's talk about leadership.
Why don't you answer my question?
Go ahead.
What's going on in Indiana?
Ted Cruz is doing a phenomenal job. In the last 48 hours, he's got the endorsement of Governor Mike Pence. He knows how to put America first. Governors work very hard to do that every day in their home states. And also the endorsement of former Governor and Senator Pete Wilson of California, who, by the way, Judge, I would like to remind you, he put America first in 1994 when he masterminded Proposition 187, which banned illegal aliens from getting welfare payments from the American government. It was a liberal judge who overturned that.
I really don't want to talk about the California governor. What I want to talk about, the fact, is Mike Pence, the Indiana governor.
Right.
Now, that was the most lukewarm, wishy-washy endorsement I've ever heard. How did Ted Cruz feel about that, where he says, you know, I like Donald Trump, but I'm probably going to vote for Cruz? I mean, it was like this apologetic, mealy-mouthed non-endorsement.
Well, look, the most important endorsement is a vote, and the governor is going to be up for re-election, and some of his people are going to be supporting Donald Trump. Why should he turn them against them? He handled that very, very diplomatically.
So why do it at all? Why come across as wishy-washy? We want a leader.
He made it very, very clear in his radio interview, by the way, and he's been out campaigning for the senator. So I think his endorsement is very powerful, and he did quite a good job of doing it. Look, we're going in...
he did not. You know it. All right, come on,
all right.
Steve.
So let
me ask you this.
Yes.
What's the deal with that messed up Cruz-Kasich alliance, where Cruz actually says Kasich made the decision to withdraw from Indiana, and then Kasich comes out and says, what? I never told Indiana voters not to vote for me. They should vote for me.
Well, not quite. That's not quite
he said.
Yeah, that wasn't the exact. You know what he said.
I know what he said. I just read it.
It was the art of the deal. I mean, Ted Cruz has succeeded in the art of the deal.
So you're adopting Donald Trump's art of the deal?
Yeah, and he's done a great job, because if you look at this, we just came off of the northeastern states, and everybody knew Donald Trump was going to win the northeastern states. Our campaign knew it. And we knew that the media would say now it's inevitably the nomination of Donald Trump. But now we go into Ted Cruz territory in Ted Cruz month. Indiana, Washington State, Nebraska,
Let me ask you
even
this.
Oregon, and well, West Virginia will go for Trump.
Okay. Let me ask you this, because we don't have a lot of time. I love having you on, but here's the question. That Cruz-Kasich alliance, it backfired. So then Ted, I think, decides he's going to bring in Carly, who I've been very complimentary of. Smart lady.
Yeah.
But the woman lost
move.
in California. She's known as the outsourcing queen in a state where, like Indiana, that's a manufacturing state where they're out of jobs.
Judge, you didn't want to talk about California. Let's go back to Indiana, because it's a brilliant move for Indiana voters. And we can talk about this Wednesday, because when Ted Cruz wins Indiana and goes into Ted Cruz month, the month of May, in a couple of weeks, the press is going to have a whole different tune, a whole different story about where this nomination is going and how competitive the upcoming convention will be.
And you think it was a smart move to nominate Carly as VP now, even though we don't have
it was a bold move.
Nomination.
It solidifies the female base. It was a very bold move. She's very, very eloquent. It showed true leadership, and it basically emphasizes the fact that Donald Trump is alienating the female vote.
Okay. Steve Lonigan, good to have you on tonight. Thanks for being with us.